what's going? Whoa! What are you doing?
I'm hiding.
What? So you're gonna have to take that off. I can't hear a word you're saying. Can't take it off. They'll see me. Who will see you? Them. Oh, yeah, great. That really clears up everything. They see everything. They're always watching. You mean like surveillance cameras? Exactly. You know, surveillance gets used all the time. I can think of heaps of examples. Law enforcement, social media, they even use it in education sometimes. It's not that bad. That's exactly what they want you to think. Look, I know I won't change your mind, but can you at least take that ridiculous thing off your head? It's ridiculous. There's no point. We're in a house. There's no surveillance technology here. Are you sure? Yeah, I promise there are no cameras here. What are you looking at? Oh, nothing. Where's that music coming from? There's no music. No, I definitely hear music. It's nothing. Hey, I worked really hard on this piece. Don't call it nothing. No respect. Surveillance technology has a bit of a bad reputation. The instant someone says surveillance, you might instantly think of security cameras, facial recognition, or the constant overwhelming feeling that you're being watched by some big government overlord official waiting to bust you on any crimes you've committed or not. It is true that surveillance technology is used quite frequently in law enforcement. I mean, just walk into any store and you'll find security cameras. Many of these signs and cameras are tactics to try and deter people from committing a crime. Psychologically speaking, people are less likely to perform aggressive behavior if they think that they are being watched or recorded. For example, some self-checkouts have a small window at the top which displays your face and your actions at the checkout being recorded. In a review of several studies into the effectiveness of CCTV, Gustave Alexandre concluded that, in general, crime was reduced by a margin of 24 to 28% when CCTV was installed in public streets and underground stations. Surveillance technology is also used to help catch people who have broken the law. Personally, I can remember taking a tour of a police station back in 2010 and being taken into the room where they monitor all of the security camera footage from all over the city. While we were there, the police officer who was showing us around had to call someone over the intercoms because we spotted somebody doing something illegal on those cameras. Basing off this example and situation alone, it can be argued that surveillance is bad because there is literally always someone watching. Every time I walk down the street in the city now, I am aware that there is a police officer in a room watching me on a camera. And yeah, that's a terrifying thought, even though I'm not doing anything wrong. But what is not commonly acknowledged about surveillance is that it's become so much a part of our lives that we hardly ever stop to think about it. Yeah, sure, we sit and joke about Facebook displaying ads for things we briefly thought about and never said out loud, but what about everything else? Have you ever stopped to wonder how your phone knows where you are, all the way down to which cardinal direction you're facing when you look up directions on Google Maps? How about your mobile assistant? My phone will respond if I say, "Hey Google," but how does it know that I've said that if it's not listening to everything I say? And even if I've turned off microphone permissions, if I say, "Hey Google" at that phone, it will pop up and tell me that I need to turn on microphone permissions to use that function. It's still listening. It's always listening. In this aspect, even your phone has turned into surveillance technology. We're in a house. There's no surveillance technology here. Excuse me, just 1 second. Anyway, as I was saying, it seems that everything we do on the internet is tracked nowadays. We Google search something about mugs and suddenly the only thing we see are ads for more mugs. Or in my case, I Google searched my specific degree to look at which units I need to enroll in next year, and suddenly I'm getting ads for my degree for the next 6 months. Hey, do you want to enroll in the Bachelor of Zoology and Animal Science at I already am! Now please just... In his paper, Datafication, Dataism and Dataveillance, Big Data Between Scientific Paradigm and Ideology, Dijck describes datafication as the transformation of social action into quantifiable data. Essentially, everything we do online, from the comments we make on Facebook to the music we listen to on Spotify, is all data that can be sold to other companies in an attempt to personalize our experience. I have my Spotify account linked to my Facebook account, and I get endless amounts of sponsored posts relating to bands and artists that I listen to. Another example, I watch a lot of YouTube. Last year, when they were advertising VidCon Australia, I was constantly bombarded with ads regarding creators that I frequently watched that were coming to the event. And yeah, as much as it is terrifying to know that everything we say and do is watched all the time, I can't turn it off. Facebook has an option in the settings in which you can prevent it from seeing all other web pages you visit and all the data you input into those other web pages. But if I turned that off, then I would be logged out of all my accounts that I'm logged into with my Facebook. And if you think I can remember all of those passwords for all of those various little accounts that I've created over the years, then you would be very, very mistaken. I mean, I can't even remember what I had for breakfast this morning, let alone the password to an account I made 5 years ago. I just visit a website and click sign in with Facebook and voila, I'm in. And I think for this reason, the surveillance that social media platforms use is actually working to your advantage. So, in summary, surveillance, much like anything in this life, needs to be taken with a balanced perspective. Sure, it has its drawbacks, and we all need to be careful about how much data we're outputting into the world and into the internet, because we never know exactly what is being recorded and what might come back to bite us later. But it also has its merits, and I think just as long as we keep both of those points and both sides in the forefront of our minds and our discussions, we will be just fine.